Seeing how annoyed the Queen Mother is, could it be that the aim had been YiAn and not HuiJu? Areum seemed nervous the previous day, and looked remorseful while watching the newly married couple's parade, and how happy her colleagues were for them. Meanwhile, YiAn and HuiJu are now married and are a team. I knew something was bound to happen, as nothing about them is ordinary. It's starting to look like there might not be a redemption arc for the Queen Mother. At first, knowing Jaehyun's villainous history, it was easy to make him out to be the villain, corrupting his daughter. However, it looks like the Queen Mother might actually be the villain, pulling her father along. He looked surprised on learning that she had changed the late king's will, and was the one behind the fire that killed the king. Who would have thought that YiAn had the late king's will? Maybe the king had stayed behind to retrieve the will, after the Queen Mother burnt it, and it had been on his body. Meanwhile, the fake couple is starting to become real. Shout out to YiAn for not playing games about his feelings, but easily accepting and declaring them. Who would have thought that the kiss was the Grand Prince's first? Now that's stretching it. On the other hand, HuiJu is yet to come to terms with her growing feelings for the Grand Prince. I mean, she has the most to lose. While she might gain prestige by being the Grand Prince's wife, she's bound to lose the company she's devoted herself to, because of love. The company represents her triumph over her dad's cold shoulders, proving that she's better than his favorite legitimate son. But then, it looks like things might not be as they seem. Her father mistook her need for his attention for greed. But you can see that he really cares for his daughter. He might also be secretly investigating the car accident. And on a second thought, what if the Queen Mother and her father are not the ones behind the attempts on HuiJu's life? Or could the father be trying to clean up his daughter's mess? This time, trying to eliminate YiAn, after learning that he might know of the late king's will. Meanwhile, Jongwoo is becoming a thorn in the viewer's flesh. I mean, it's cool that he's liked HuiJu since their school days. However, he never acted on his feelings. He treated her like a little sister, and didn't seem bothered, while she dated her infamous trophy boys. But all of a sudden, he's emotionally invested because she's now with the Grand Prince. However, I don't think he'll be a problem. When he didn't know it was fake, he simply went to church to quiet his soul upon learning of her association with the Grand Prince. But he's now taking things too far, after learning it's all a sham. He has no respect for their relationship, and had the guts to try to educate the Grand Prince on what HuiJu needs. Who is he? Her mouthpiece. It felt so good when the Grand Prince put him in his place. I mean, it's obvious HuiJu doesn't want that kind of relationship with him. What's more, it looks like this incident will be the catalyst that the Queen Mother predicted, as Jongwoo can be seen unleashing his fear and fury on the Grand Prince, after HuiJu's public collapse. What's more, it said that HuiJu was poisoned. During the ceremony, it looked like she and YiAn had drunk from the same kettle. So the poison could have been in the cup she drank from. She had coughed after taking a sip. This makes you wonder who stands to gain, if she dies. Yes, the Queen Mother had wanted a different wife for YiAn, but YiAn now has the upper hand in this case, after disclosing his knowledge of the late king's will. So even if the Queen Mother kills HuiJu, YiAn can still marry whoever he wants. So maybe the poison had been intended for him. Meanwhile, seeing HuiJu unconscious scares the daylight out of the Grand Prince. As someone who has lost those dear to him in the past, This seems like a repeat of a nightmare. It doesn't help hearing Jong-woo blame him for failing to protect HuiJu. He meets with the Queen Mother, and afterwards, silently prays for HuiJu's recovery. Meanwhile, HuiJu wakes up at the hospital, and learns that she had been poisoned. She becomes concerned for the Grand Prince, realizing that he might have been the target. Jong-woo tries to stop her from leaving, promising to send for the Grand Prince. YiAn rushes over upon hearing that HuiJu is awake, giving her a big hug and letting her know his fears. Hopefully, Jong-woo finally stays out of their business. Meanwhile, HuiJu, the showstopper, puts on a grand show, on the day of her hospital discharge. Now at home, the Grand Prince is excited to have his first night with his wife. Seeing as HuiJu is still hooked on a machine in YiAn's room, we're about to get an elevated heart rate. What's more, the couple also makes their first public appearance together, after their marriage. Why does it feel like all hell is about to break loose? Who do you think is behind the attacks on HuiJu? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for all things wonderfully K-drama. Thanks for watching, bye.